Mm-hmm.
All right, we're back here for the second segment. All right, this one we're gonna do much better on. I can guarantee you that. Okay, Mets Yanks weekly review. The Metsies are the Metsies again, so it was inevitable, and I just think it's because of injuries. I think that it's finally there. It's catching up.
I think it's because the pitchers aren't doing as well as they have been,
DeGrom
which is expected.
But it
because they were
doesn't-
pitching
Okay.
on
They're
real
being
games.
normal humans now.
Huh?
They're being normal humans now.
Yeah,
They're not
exactly.
robots anymore.
Okay, well, here's an example last night. I think there was a stat that Jake DeGrom, before the Flores error, retired 21 of 22 batters.
Yeah.
Okay?
Wow.
After the error, gave up 3 earned runs, 5 runs. I don't...
Flores definitely. Does he average an error per game?
No.
No.
You know what the funny
That'd be
thing
absurd.
is? The two
I'm sure he does,
shortstops with
Ian Desmond's almost averaging
no,
an
It
Wait,
error.
feels like
ready?
he does, though.
Wait, no, ready for this. Okay? The two defensive shortstops with the worst metrics, statistically, the two worst shortstops, ahead of Wilmer Flores.
Desmond
Guess who they are? Desmond, that's a guarantee. Linked to the Mets.
is
Guess who's-
Gregorius. Yes.
No.
No.
Steven Drew.
Gene Shigura.
Well, Steven Drew hasn't. He's only played short like 2 games.
That's second
Cigar,
base.
yeah.
Yeah.
Really?
Also linked to the Mets. So technically,
That makes sense.
the top 3 guys related to the Mets.
It's just the Mets, then, huh?
And don't even give me the stuff with Jose Reyes. Oh, Jose Reyes, like we miss Jose. It's already on the DL.
They're already on the DL.
Already on the DL. Oh my gosh. David Wright out for another week. Dilson Herrera gets called up last night. There's rumors that they're gonna move Murph to third base, put Herrera at second, and bench
I don't
Soup.
like that. No.
Mm-hmm.
Don't screw with what's been working.
It hasn't been working. Look,
I mean, it's been 3 games.
2-5 the past 6 games.
That'd be 7 games.
Sorry. I don't know
alright.
why I said
It's
that.
like him.
Oh, yeah.
Him, the Yankees are
How's
gonna go
it feel?
80 and 60.
How does it feel, huh, Martino?
I didn't get much sleep. All right.
Yeah.
You're crazy, noise.
Yeah, no, I fell asleep
And I
really
don't have
early.
potassium in me right now, so.
Yeah, no, this juice really saved my day here.
What
Just
are
got me
you
going.
advertising naked?
I didn't say
no,
that.
no,
I didn't even
no,
say what.
no,
I didn't even say the
no,
name of
It's
it.
the name of the drink is naked. It's not. He's
Yeah.
not naked right now.
Unfortunately,
Nope, I didn't say the name of the
clarify.
drink. No, you just great ad placement there. I gotta say.
Okay. So
Back to Mets and Yankees.
injuries are clearly catching up with the Mets.
Yeah.
Mikey, how long can they survive like this?
Uh,
They're still 4.5 up.
yeah.
Nobody has a winning
Because of
record in the
Seattle.
division
I think
yet.
David Wright will come back.
Harvey Day.
Morale will be boosted.
Happy Harvey Day.
It's also National Batman Day.
Which is also
No
Yes,
way.
and Harvey's pitching.
No way. This is not a
makes perfect
coincidence. The
sense.
gods had chosen him.
That does make great sense. Wow, that worked out.
No way.
Yeah, look
Did
it
you
up.
hear what Mike Golick said the Mets should do?
What?
You know how clubs, they open up and they have spotlights and they're in the sky. They shine them in the sky.
They should-
The Mets should have the Batman symbol
Yes,
in the
yes.
sky
That would be
during the
awesome.
night games when Harvey's pitching.
That would
so
be
everybody
awesome.
knows Harvey's pitching.
Mets will probably win the World Series.
Oh my God, yeah.
Solely off that.
Yeah, they definitely would.
They could just buy a World Series with all the money they would
That
get
would
from
boost
ticket
morale
revenues.
too in the stadium, probably.
That really would. You would definitely fill the seats.
They play the music.
Honestly, whenever Harvey pitches, we should have a blackout. Like everybody in the stadium should wear
But
black.
I can't get mad at Cologne for having that kind of start.
No, he's
No,
The
yeah,
Marlins'
exactly. That's what I
offense
was saying.
not
That's how they
gonna-
fought all of his starts. That's how I fought all of his
He's
starts. weirdly.
41. He's 4-0.
Surprised
Well,
he's
4-1 now.
4-1
'cause he
now.
got the
Surprised he's
loss.
even still making starts.
His arm is rubber. His arm is
It
rubber.
also looks like it's upside down. I don't know what it is. I mean, his wrist is like as big as my head.
And the pitching, they're gonna have their days like that. It's just,
Everybody will. Absolutely.
sometimes the offense has to pick them up, sometimes it doesn't.
I mean,
But
we're
the
still
Mets could
5
only
games
have
ahead of
stayed hot
Washington.
so long. Yeah, for now.
For
but
now,
they
we're in a
really
series
have
with
to
them,
pick up
but-
these next 2.
Yeah.
Do they play 4 against them or they played 3?
Let me check.
Because I know it's Scherzer tonight.
I think they play Saturday.
He's been-
Sunday.
he's
No, they
been
definitely
hurt.
play
Is he-
Sunday
is
too.
he-
He had a
definitely getting a
thumb.
start?
He's gonna
Yeah.
pitch.
He's gonna
It was
pitch.
just a thumb thing.
Yes,
They were like
play
blaming
fourth.
hitting. I think Bumgarner barked back at him. I don't know what Bumgarner said. I didn't really read
Bumgarner
into
can
it.
do that though. He,
But,
we play-
but
okay.
the second. Okay, go ahead.
They play Washington on Sunday, and then we play.
Okay, so
Baltimore.
it's a 4 game.
Mm.
Do we go to Camden or they come here?
They're coming here.
They're coming here.
But it's
They've
gonna-
had
it's
a
a
lot
home
of
game
home
for
games
them,
to
right?
start off.
Yeah.
What?
That's gonna come
It is
back
a-
at
it
the
is
end
a
of the
home game.
season.
Is it counting as a home game for them because they missed the 2? I heard something like that they were gonna bat first, but they were gonna be the home team
Yeah,
in
what are you talking
schedule wise. Baltimore.
Were they originally scheduled to go to City?
Maybe.
I'm not sure, but I heard something like that.
I don't know.
Baltimore was gonna bat first, but it'd be scheduled as a home game. Something.
That doesn't make
Strange.
any sense.
Did you
Why
guys
would it
watch
be
that game
scheduled?
when there were no?
That was
there were
weird.
no
That was the
fans?
weirdest thing
No
I've ever
fans,
seen.
they
Did
can't
you
do games.
did you
Weirdest thing
hear
I've ever seen.
did you hear the announcers announcing it like it was a golf outing?
Yeah.
That was so funny.
I like how the players were able to make light of it.
Yeah,
You
it was.
Caleb Joseph out in the outfield taking bows. Chris Davis launching balls into.
They made light of a
empty
bad
seats.
situation.
Absolutely.
Well,
A lot of
prove.
fun to see that.
Shit.
Anyway, back to the Mets.
They called up Dilson from the Triple A's.
Yes.
You
Yeah.
completely missed that when I
I
said
said
it.
that about.
No,
20 minutes
but
ago.
talk about it though. Like
Oh, you
guys
want to
just-
talk about it?
Yeah,
Okay,
talk
okay,
about it.
Okay.
This is a topic.
He's extremely
stud
hot.
prospect.
He's almost hitting 400. 375 over there. I know it's in Vegas where the air's thinner
Yeah,
than
well, it's
the
still something.
Rockies. No, it's
Yeah, I mean,
no,
Mike
no,
Davis
it
hit
is.
400 there. For sure.
Steven Drew
Come
hit
on.
400 there.
Steven Drew's hit. Why does he hit so many home runs?
Yeah,
He-
wait,
he's
what is
hitting-
that
It's
about?
amazing Yankee Stadium, first of all.
Okay, okay.
Second of all, he's hitting like 174. That's
Okay.
okay. I mean,
What was like 4 home runs?
don't worry.
Yeah, that means every time he hits, you get a home run. I mean, I'd take that over.
How many grand slams? 1 or 2?
Yeah,
Just
one.
one.
Just one. Yeah.
I don't know.
Grand slam.
Grand slams are
Would
pretty
you
clutch, man.
Yeah, you know what's also clutch? A short porch in right field. For a 170 hitter. For him, though. For him.
That's perfect.
The only one in the Subway. Let's talk about the Subway Series at least. I thought.
As my prediction held true, 2 out of 3 from the Yanks.
Okay. But I did not say it wouldn't
I'm
happen.
not saying that you
We were
didn't.
all in agreement that we could see it happen.
Someone said the Mets were gonna sweep.
That wasn't me. I said
That was
2
him.
out of him.
That was
I
him.
no, I did not say that. I said they would take 2 out of 3. I gave them 2 out of
Someone
3.
Go back and look.
No, he probably said the
was-
Mets
I
were gonna
said-
take 6 out of 5.
No, I
I
said
wasn't-
2 out of 3.
I wasn't here, but I
Mike
told
wasn't
you
here.
that Yankees were going to take 2 out of the 3.
Probably, yeah. It's somebody. I heard
Paul said.
Yeah, 'cause he doesn't.
Probably.
I did not. I wouldn't surprise. It didn't surprise me. They did take 2 of 3. I think that was the first time the Mets lost a lead, had a lead and lost it, and ended up losing the game. Was the Sunday night
Right.
game against the
Yep.
Yanks because they jumped out 2-0, I think.
Yeah.
And then the
The
Yanks just.
Granderson homer.
Okay, Evaldi was throwing meatballs, and and I guess
Here, hit this.
John Neese was throwing beach balls.
No, Kadire was throwing nothing in left field. I don't know what
Yeah,
he was
what
doing.
was that?
That was.
Kadire's just grandpa.
His
He's
arm just turned into.
This is why Kadire is an American League player because he's a DH. He does not belong anywhere anywhere beyond the batter's
Colorado had
box.
worked out.
Yeah, but,
It started off like a great play because he barehanded it off the wall, and then as soon as he barehanded it, I was like, "Oh no,
I'm not
that's
sure
never
how
a
he's
good.
he
That's
won the
never a good
batting
idea to
title.
barehand it."
Didn't he win the batting
it's
title
from
last
his
year?
past. It's 2 years ago. He
2
was
years
hurt
ago?
last year. It's from his past. You know, him and the Twins could never beat the Yankees. So it definitely something with those. This Twins never beat the Yankees. I remember.
Twins never
as a
beat
kid-
anybody now though.
No, they don't.
No,
But those Twins teams were really good. They just had
they're playing decently
lineup's-
actually.
The
What's their record?
lineup's good.
I don't know. They're like a few games under 500,
Losing?
but as of late they've been beating the
Nah.
Tigers. I mean that's. They
Yankees
blew a
beat
lead the other
Tigers.
day against the Tigers. So they're up 7-3 in the 6th and lost
They
10.
lost
That's
8-7 or
it.
something.
And
like
yeah,
that.
but that-
Like,
that's
giving
what-
up bombs to
That's
Miggy.
it.
I
That's
mean,
what bad teams do. Though.
yeah, well,
They had okay, but anyways, moving on to the Yanks. One of the hottest teams in the league. They won their Subway Series. They beat the 2 hottest.
Mhm.
They took series from 2 of the hottest teams,
First place in the
around.
AL East.
and then they took it from the Rays.
5 out of 6 with the Rays, but that's the Rays. But everybody in the
AL,
AL, everybody in the
if
AL
you-
East,
if you're a good team, you got to beat the bad
everybody in
ones.
the AL East is playing decent though, which is
Decent, yeah.
contrary
Blue
to popular
Jays.
belief.
Blue Jays can't beat the
They-
Rays.
yeah,
They're
they-
having a tough time.
The AL East is what the NL East is supposed to be.
Yeah,
right
they're
now.
flip flopped, and I'm not complaining.
Huh? It was just supposed to be 3 teams in the NL East. It was just supposed to be Marlins, Mets, Nationals. Everyone thought Braves, Phillies.
Braves, yeah.
But the Braves are just.
Yeah, I mean, but it was just
Nationals,
supposed to be. It was just supposed
Marlins
to be
are
3 teams
starting
in
to pick it
AL
up. They're
East
starting
too.
to figure it out a little bit. Stanton's
Baltimore,
playing better.
But Latos
Yankees.
just got hurt.
That's
Yeah,
nice.
that's well. He
Their
wasn't
top
playing
3
well to
pitchers
begin
are hurt.
with. Yeah, but Latos wasn't playing well to begin with.
But
His ERA was like
it's
84.
better than backup
not much of a
option.
loss
He's
there.
better than backup option.
That's
the
true.
thing.
That's true. Who knows when Fernandez will be healthy and all that.
Yanks, Tanaka, it's coming. You know it's.
How long ago did I say?
Yeah, should have had a surgery.
We all said it. We
I
all
mean,
said it.
it obviously
Delaying the inevitable.
the DL stint isn't directly related to the UCL, but he's overcompensating. It happens. Every pitcher does it, and every pitcher will admit to it.
They
You
changed
overcompensate on an injury.
They changed up
His routine.
Yeah.
He went on 4 days rest against Detroit, and it was cold, and I think that has a lot to do with it. A lot.
If it ain't
He's also
broken,
1 year fresh
don't
into the
fix it.
MLB. You know what I mean?
Yeah, but he's
He
not
was pitching
21.
amazing.
He's 26, 27. You know.
He was pitching
Yeah, yeah.
amazing. He was. He was pitching. He was the best pitcher besides Kershaw. You
No,
could see- you
yeah,
could say-
I agree with that.
You
It's
say
just
that he was on his way to a Cy Young.
Yeah.
But it's something. But you can't break a routine.
Exactly.
If it works out for him over there and you paid for what he was doing over there, why would you mess it up over here?
Exactly.
Big deal. He throws a lot. If it works and he's not getting hurt, you know, it's like when you change temperatures with a drink, a soda. It's gonna taste bad if you put it cold and then hot.
oh.
Yeah,
I was like, where are you
I
going
was
with
like, where's
this?
this? I was like, where-
That was pretty good. That was pretty
That was a
good.
great analogy, but I wasn't sure where it was going to begin with. But yeah, you're right. You're right.
Like you don't have a pitcher coming in where he throws all the time and then have him not throw as much and then say, oh, go throw a lot again.
Yeah.
How is
yeah.
his elbow gonna react to that? And all Yankees fans were like, oh, his forearm has nothing to do with the thing. Yeah, go back to
False.
Andy Martino's tweet right before we started college. Matt Harvey's experienced forearm tightness
Forearm tightness is a direct
symptom.
direct symptom, direct result. It's how it is. I mean,
It's all connected.
It is. Look, Yankees.
I mean, you have
fans,
strain on
it's
one
gonna
part of your
happen,
elbow.
But you know why you're gonna be okay? Because you have money to make it okay. Because
yeah,
you know,
that's not always the
He'll be
answer.
fine.
We've seen that firsthand. It's not always the answer.
but it's the Yankees. They'll always be
Beltran's
fine.
hitting like 135.
Beltran
He looks
shouldn't be in the
awful.
MLB anymore.
They
He
still
looks
have a winning
awful.
record.
It's also really early.
They
Yeah,
still
but
have a winning
If
record.
you gotta have the good average to begin with. It's gonna be
Yeah,
hard to
no.
climb back up even to the Mendoza line. I mean,
Yeah.
I 133. What are you doing? 4 games or something like that. Yeah, if you get off to
But the
one.
thing
I
is
tried
when
to
you-
help you,
but
Beltran,
the
I'm
thing
sorry.
is, when you play for the Yankees, all you have to do is you just gotta hit it 314 feet. You know?
Why? You know,
Come
when
on,
are they?
center. Shift the other way, Beltran. Jeez.
How is that allowed? That much of a shorter portion.
Oh,
of
it
left field,
used to be a lot worse.
Yeah, but
the
if
polo-
you-
the
like,
polo
isn't-
grounds
isn't-
is
Yeah, but
bad.
it's
Like,
not like
I
other
wouldn't-
stadiums. It's not like other stadiums don't have short
Like-
porches.
Fenway, you kidding me? Right
Fenway's
field?
absolutely
Right by the
absurd.
pesky pole?
Yeah, no, I
Green
understand that.
monster.
The
Yeah, you
green
gotta hit high, but
monster
it's not
is-
that
it's
high.
not-
It's a fly ball. It's a routine fly ball. Is a home
Exactly.
run
The
in
Polo
Fenway.
grounds, it was
like 110 down the line
Lucas
and
had
800 to
stadium,
center.
And 800 to center. That was the thing. But that's the thing, though.
Every
No one. The thing is, why are you
How-
gonna
but
get
how-
mad at the Yankees when you can choose your own dimensions?
But how fun?
You can build your own stadium.
That's
then
what
if
I'm
you
saying.
go-
Why does-
Mets,
why-
the Mets decide to change it every year.
They
Hey, we're not hitting
tear
that
down your
anymore.
old stadium and just literally just do what you
3
want.
renovations in the last 4 years at City Field. 3 years.
I mean, it worked this year.
Three
hit more
different
right?
times in the
First.
6 years it's been there.
Hey, whatever
It's
works,
like,
right?
it's like we'll move it in 5 feet. We take off top of the wall in left field. Okay, we still stink, guys. All right, moving in again in right field.
They
No,
should
no,
just switch stadiums at
the
this point.
it doesn't change
All right,
the
we'll
talent.
Closer.
We'll make this thing called the
Clo-
Pepsi Porch this time.
Just share Yankee Stadium, I guess.
Okay, so I assume that moving in the wall doesn't help our talent.
Closer.
Oh, you
Closer.
get it now, right? Oh, okay. It's like they thought moving in the wall was gonna give us a Mike Trout.
Yeah.
Idiots. Idiots.
He comes
came
out from
close.
behind the wall. There he is. Found him.
Oh, look. Oh, it's Tom Seaver in the flesh.
What's the commercial at Wrigley where he comes out of the vines?
Oh.
That was Andre Dawson.
Yeah, Andre
Andre
Dawson comes out of
Dawson
the
comes out
vines
of
at
the.
Wrigley.
comes out of
So
the-
Tom
funny.
Seaver comes out from behind the wall and right.
He comes out of the
God.
apple.
Yeah.
He's sitting on the
He
apple.
pops
with-
out of the.
Oh, there he is.
Digs up from under
Yeah.
the mound.
I thought he was coming.
Trout peeks his head out from behind it, and there's the Mets.
Jeez. Okay. So, Yanks. I don't know with this division. I really thought the Sox. I didn't think their pitching would be this bad.
Yeah,
I didn't either. I thought it was going to be good enough to get by, and the bats, I mean, they're hitting, but they're also
But
giving
they
up.
might make
There's more
an
runs.
impulse trade for Camels.
Yeah.
I
Yeah.
can see them doing that. But then again, why not just wait till the offseason? Why trade away prospects? You know,
Because they have an offense that they can win another World Series. That's why.
Seriously.
but no. But that's the thing,
Cole
though.
Hamels is not
It's-
going to lead you to the
everything's-
World
That's
Series.
not. Yeah, that's not an
Everything's
impulse.
locked up.
Yeah.
That's not an impulse.
If they
thing.
traded
Cole
for
Hamels is a
if they
very
traded for
good
David
pitcher.
Price,
No,
that could
impulse
lead you
as
to the
in
World Series.
as in trading away top prospects for a guy like Cole Hamels, who isn't what he used to be, and you don't know how he
No,
would be in
he's
the
not leading you
American
to the
League.
World
He plays in
Series.
a small ballpark in Philly, but
I mean,
American
at this
League is
point,
a-
David
Yeah.
Price would be the type of player that could lead you to the World Series. If it's later, it's still the
But
first
the
day of May.
difference is Cole Hamels has had success in the playoffs.
it's
I
still
don't
early,
know. I don't
so-
know
Right.
David's numbers.
Price has had success against the Yankees in the playoffs and then when they went to the World Series against the Phillies, but he was coming out of the bullpen then.
He
So it was a
wasn't.
little
No,
bit
he
different.
wasn't there. It was 2008 when 2000.
Yeah.
2008 when that happened. So
Yeah.
Mets had a winning record then.
It's a flashback.
Yeah. That was last year's Shea Stadium and Yankee Stadium.
I went to a game. One game that year. Just one. I had to go to a game.
Where at Shea?
I was like, what?
Oh.
He's watching Aaron Rodgers commercials over here. Discount double check commercials. Like,
Yeah.
okay.
So I don't know. Actually, I thought it would be Boston, but if Boston
It's a
keeps
lot.
going
time-
down this
time-
path,
It's
it's a
still
toss
too.
up.
It's still too early.
I don't know. I don't know about. I
What's the,
doubt 88 and
what are the
74,
standings?
but the
We'll see.
Yankees are in first.
Yankees are in first by a game, I think.
Like,
And then
right around a game.
Everyone's,
the Yankees
everyone's,
are like,
got, everyone's got like 9, 10, 11
And then
losses. The Yankees are
Baltimore
13 and
or
9.
Boston?
No, it's Boston. I think Boston and Baltimore might be tied, actually. They might
Boston, Baltimore.
I
it's
still
tied.
think-
both 12 and 10.
I still think
Rays,
Baltimore
Rays
has a
are
great
last
shot to win.
place, and then it's Blue Jays.
In fourth.
Jeez. Mets,
But it's
still
all-
four
it's
and a
all
half
within
games
3
up on
games.
Marlins, Braves. They're about
Braves,
like
you gotta
six.
figure. You have-
Marlins and the Braves are tied.
Yeah, I know. That's what I said.
Yeah,
They're
the Marlins
both
have been
4
playing
and a half.
better. You have to figure the Braves eventually will just fall apart. I mean,
They are. It's happening.
yeah. And the Marlins are playing better. It's all going to shift, with time, just like the
It
AL
will.
East is
I
gonna
think
shift.
They could go 500. It
I
no
think
one
they'll-
knows how
I think
Jose
they'll go better.
Fernandez is gonna
Yeah.
be when he gets back.
We'll see what the
Yeah, it's all-
$325 million man will do. He's playing great.
Yeah.
I guess
He's
so.
hitting monster home runs. He's playing a good right field. I never thought he was that good of a fielder, honestly.
He is.
but
He's got a great arm.
Yeah, he's
he
got
was
a great
a,
arm.
He
and
was
he's got a good
a-
glove. He gets some
he
balls.
used to play football at USC.
Yeah, he's
Well,
got
he
a
had
long
a
reach and stuff.
scholarship to be a wide receiver there, and he's like, I want to play baseball. So
More money. There you go.
All right.
His name was
So-
also Mike.
This is true.
Formerly known as Mike.
Formerly known as Mike.
Yeah. Okay. So that'll about do it for our Yanks Mets weekly review. Hopefully both teams keep playing well, because New York baseball is the best when all teams are firing on all cylinders. All right. PMP Sports will be back.